Today we shall discuss about measurement of secular trend. So before that, let us recall once again the meaning of time series. Time series means it is an arrangement of statistical data in accordance with time of occurrence or in a chronological order is called a time series, and the numerical data which we get at different points of time, the set of observations is known as a time series. And we can know the dynamic pace of movements of a phenomenon like production, sales, etc., over a period of time, period of time from time series. And the techniques of index numbers and time series in statistics which deal with the changes over time, and they are dynamic in nature. And statistics field has developed techniques for analyzing not only static conditions but also dynamic conditions. And from the comparison of the past data with the current data, we may seek to establish what development may be expected in future. So therefore the analysis of time series is done mainly for the purpose of forecasts and for evaluating the past performance. Now, methods of measuring trend. So here measure or measurement of secular trend. So we can find out the direction of a long term series, whether it is growing or declining by the measurement of a trend. So the reason for measurement of trend is to find out trend characteristics in that series. And we can find out the growth factor, and we can also compare the growth in the agricultural production in one state with the agricultural production in other states, or with the growth in other countries. And we can estimate or predict the future behavior of the data by the growth factor. So therefore planning technique is based on past results and future prospects. And time series analysis is absolutely essential for planning, and it guides the planners to achieve better results. So therefore there are mainly four methods which can be used for determining the trend. They are freehand or graphic method, semi average method, the moving average method, the method of least squares. Now, the first method is a freehand or graphic method, and this is the easiest, simplest, and most flexible method of estimating secular trend. And in this method, we must plot the original data on the graph and draw a smooth curve carefully that will show the direction of the trend. And in this the year is plotted on the x-axis and other variable is plotted on the y-axis, taking an appropriate scale. And this forms the graph for actual data. Then a trend line is also drawn showing the direction of the trend. And in this the time is means the period is or the year is shown on the x-axis, means horizontal axis. And the other variable means the value of the variables which are shown or plotted on the y-axis, means vertical axis. Therefore this is this easiest, simplest, and most flexible, and one of the methods of the secular trend, and which can be used for determining the trend. Now take the first problem. Fit a trend line to the following data by the freehand method or graphic method. and here the various year are given, and the production of steel. So the production of steel in different years are given. So therefore with this data we have to fit a trend line. And here the period or the time is shown on the horizontal axis, and the production or the variable, the values of the other variable, like the production of steel, which are shown on the vertical the axis. So in the year of now we have to plot the points of the values of the other variable, means production of steel. So in the year of 1982, 20, the production of steel is 20, and in the year of 1983, total production of steel is 22, and in the year of 1984, 24, and in the year of 1985, 21, and in the year of 1986, 23, and 25, and 23, 26, and in the year of 1990, 25. And these the production of steel, the points which are plotted, and so after plotting the points of the various the production of steel in different years, now draw a straight line on the plotted points, and and another line is to be drawn, a smooth curve is to be drawn carefully. Now we have obtained two types of the lines. One is showing the production of steel, and another one is the trend line. So this is what drawing a this is what a trend can be fitted, and a trend line is to be drawn. And now the other method is methods of moving average. So methods of moving average, this is another the method of secular the trend, and that can also be used for drawing the trend. So in this method the data is averaged, say 3, 5, 4, or 8 years, etc. The number of years selected can be add or even number of years, and the total value is written against the middle position, and later it will be averaged according to the number of years taken. And moving average method, the method of moving average uh, uh, is very simple method, and we obtain trend values with a fair degree of accuracy by eliminating the fluctuation, and it is also based on the arithmetic mean. And this is another the method of secular the trend. And in the moving average method, the average value for a number of years, the average value for a number of years or months or weeks is taken into account, and placing it at the center of the time span, that is a period of moving average, and it is the normal or trend value. And for the trend value for the middle period, and it is calculated from overlapping groups of successive time series the data, and it simplifies analysis, and removes periodic the variations, and influence of the fluctuations is also reduced. Now draw Now, in example 2, we have to draw a graph to represent the data, and also we have to calculate 5 yearly moving averages of the above the data. So here different years are given. The number of students in different years are given. So with this data, we have to draw a graph representing the data, and we have to calculate 5 yearly moving averages. So here the first year values are first first 5 year values are taken and written against the third year as 5 years total. Then 5 yearly moving average is calculated as 5 year total divided by 5. Similarly, if it is a 3 year moving total, it is written against the second year. And if it is a 7 year moving total, then it is written against the fourth year. Now, calculation of 5 yearly moving average. So in the first column, we have written different years from 1981 to 86, 86, 87, 88, 90. From 91 to 90. So number of students in the second column. And in third column, first we have to make the total of 5 years, 5 years total. So first we have to compute the value of first 5 years, beginning from 1980 81 to 85. First we have to compute the total of first 5 years, and place that 5 years total against the middle of the third year. So 705 plus 685 plus 703 plus 687 plus 705 is equal to 3485. The total of first 5 years that should be placed in against with uh, in the third uh, place, and it should be placed in against with 5 in the third year column, and leave the first year's value, and add up the values of next 5 years total. That is 1982, 83, 84, 85, and 86. Means 685 plus 703 plus 687 plus 705 plus 689. That gives us the total of these 5 years, 3469. It is to be placed uh, in the middle year, that is the fourth year, 1984. And then and this process must be continued until the last year's value is taken for calculating moving average. And the 5 yearly total must be divided by 5, and placed in the next column. This is the trend value of the moving average. So therefore 3485 divided by 3485 divided by 5 is equal to 697.0. 3469 divided by 5 is equal to 693.8. 3499 divided by 5 is equal to 699.8. 3481 divided by 5 is equal to 696.2. 3519 divided by 5 is equal to 703.8. And similarly 3544 divided by 5 is equal to 708.8. So this is the trend value of the moving average. And we have to uh, 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 we have to plot these trend values on a graph. Then it will gives us the trend. So here 5 years total, and it is to be divided by 5. Then we get 5 yearly moving average. So 5 yearly moving average is equal to 5 yearly total divided by 5. Then we have to represent the actual value as well as trend values of the number of students in a graph sheet. So here different years are shown on the horizontal line, and 660, and the actual value is to be shown on the vertical line. So number of students on the on y-axis means on the uh, means vertical line, and years are shown on the x-axis means horizontal line. And we have to plot the number of students uh, on different years. So in 1981, so the in 1981 705 students. This is to be plotted in respect of that number. And uh, and in the year of 1982, total number of students were 685, and it is to be represented in the year of 1982. And likewise in the year of 1983, a total number of students were 703. And likewise in 1984 687, 1985 705, 1986 699. In this way, which are to be number of students were to be represented on different years. And by and by means by connecting a straight line with these plotted the points, then we get the actual data. And uh, and another, the value is to be shown on this graph, means a 5 yearly moving average. So in the year of 1983, 697, which is to be shown on a graph. And then so in the year of 1984, 693.8, 693.8. Similarly, these values, when we have to represent or show these the values on the x-axis. And after plotting these the trend values, then we have to connect, or we have to draw these the connect these points, represented points, by a smooth line or smooth curve carefully, which will show the direction of the trend. This is what representing uh, the actual the line or actual data and a trend line. Now the another method is the method of least squares. So method of least squares, this is another the method of secular trend, and this is a mathematical method where a trend line is fitted to the data in such a manner that the following two conditions are to be satisfied. So method of least square. So by the method of least square, a straight line trend can be fitted to the given time series of data. It is a mathematical as well as an analytical method. With its help, economic and business time series data can also be fitted, and this helps in forecasting and predicting. And the trend line is called the line of best fit. So some of the deviations of the actual values of y and trend value yc is 0, and sum of squares of deviations of the actual value and trend value is the least. So this is a mathematical the method where a trend line is fitted to the data in such a manner that the following two conditions must be satisfied. One is sigma y minus yc is equal to 0, means what, sum of the deviations of the actual value y and the trend value yc is 0, that is sum of the deviations of the actual values of y and computed values of yc is 0. And the second condition is that sigma into sigma into y minus yc whole square is the least, that is sum of the squares of the deviations of the actual and computed value is the least from this line. That is why this method is known as the method of least squares, and the line obtained by this method is known as the line of best fit. So therefore yc is equal to a plus bx. This is an equation which is applied in this method to calculate the trend line. And the straight line trend or the first degree parabola is represented by the mathematical equation that is yc is equal to a plus bx, where yc is equal to a plus bx, a plus yc is equal to a plus bx. Yc is equal to required trend value, and x is equal to unit of time, and a and b are constants or unknowns. So therefore these constants or unknowns can be known by using the equations a is equal to sigma y by n, and b is equal to sigma xy by x square, sigma x square. Now so this example 3 will explain the calculation of the values as well as uh, uh, plotting a trend line representing a trend line. Below are given the figures of production in 1,000 quintals of a sugar factory. So production of sugar in various years are given. So in first column year, and in second column production. So with this data we have to fit a straight line trend to these figures, and we have to plot these figures on a graph showing the trend line. So in the year, so in first column we have to take into account year. So first column ಅಲ್ಲಿ year ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, second column ಅಲ್ಲಿ production of sugar y. So this production is to be treated as y the value y or variable y, and here x is a unit of time, minus 3, we have to give the values of x, the unit of time, or the value. So as given the value values, then automatically we can get the trend values. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then x into y is equal to xy, and these minus 3. So the equation of the straight line trend is yc is equal to a plus bx, where sigma x is equal to 0. So a is equal to the constant or the unknown. A is equal to sigma y by n. Sigma y is equal to 630 by n is equal to number of items 7. Then 630 by 7 is equal to 90. Then b is equal to sigma xy by sigma x square is equal to 56 by 28 is equal to 2. Therefore the values of the constants or unknowns a and b are 90 and 2 respectively. So therefore yc is equal to a plus bx is equal to a plus bx. Then so if x is equal to 0, if x is equal to unit of time, if x is equal to 0, then yc is equal to 90 plus, so a means 90 plus a is equal to b 2 into x, 90 plus 2x. So 90 plus 2 into x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, then yc is equal to 90. Then if x is equal to plus 1, then yc is equal to 90 plus 2 into 1 is equal to 92. If x is equal to plus 2, then yc is equal to 90 plus 2 into 2 is equal to 90 plus 2 to the 4, 94. If x is equal to plus 3, then yc is equal to 90 plus 2 into 3 is equal to 96. Then similarly, when x is equal to minus 3, then yc is equal to 90 plus 2 into minus 3 is equal to 84. Then if x is equal to minus 2, then yc is equal to 90 plus 2 into minus 2 is equal to 86. So if x is equal to minus 1, then yc is equal to 90 plus 2 into minus 1. So here we have to substitute the values of x as given the values 1 by 1, 90 plus 2 into minus 1, then yc is equal to 88. This is what the values of trend or trend values. So and x into y is equal to xy, minus 3 into 80 minus 240, minus 2 into 90 minus 180, minus 1 into 92 minus 92, 0 into 83 0, 1 into 94 94, 2 into 99 198, 3 into 92 276. Then make it as square, x square, minus 3 into minus 3 whole square 9, minus 2 whole square plus 4, minus 1 whole square 1 0 1 4 9. Then sum of x square, sigma x square is equal to 28, sigma xy is equal to plus 20, 56, sigma x is equal to 0, sigma y is equal to 630. Then n is equal to number of items or number of observations, here 7. Then so having these values, we have to represent the actual data as well as trend value. So here x-axis and y-axis, ox axis is to be drawn on the horizontal line, and oy the line or axis is to be drawn on the vertical line, ox and oy, and different years are to be shown on the x-axis, means horizontal line, and the values or the production in quintals are shown on the y axis means on the vertical axis. So and here graph showing the actual and trend values of yearly sugar production. And in the year of 1984 the production is 80, and in the year of 1985 the total production 90, and in the year of 1986 92, in the year of 1987 83, and in the year of 1988 94, 99, and 92. So these the productions were shown on the horizontal on a graph sheet, and off and line is to be a straight line is to be drawn on the plotted the points, or plotted the points which are to be connected by a straight line. That's what that line is to be called as the actual the data. And afterwards a trend line is to be drawn. In the year of 1984 the value is 84, and in the year of 1985 86, and 80 in the year of 1986 88, and 87 the trend value is 90, and in the year of 1988 92 94, and in the year of 1990 96. So these trend values are to be plotted on a graph sheet, and it is to be drawn by a smooth curve line. And this smooth curve line is to be drawn. So that smooth curve line which show the direction of the trend. This is what plotting and drawing actual data as well as the trend, the value, trend line or trend value. This is called method of least square. So therefore this is the way in which we are going to uh, we are going to uh, represent the actual data as well as the trend line by by applying these the methods. So one is uh, freehand or graphic method, second method is semi average method, and third method is moving average method, and the method of least squares. So these four methods which are to be used for representing a trend line, actual data as well as trend line.